What is up, Prog family? My name is James Marin. We are the Great Canadian Apes.
Jim Marin.
And we are not financial advisors, so take everything you hear with a grain of salt. So let's get into the video for Progeny for today. So it closed even for the day. We're going to go through some Ortex and Fintel data. Hedgies are shorting it even more. It's no longer on the threshold list. Hedgies have totally stick-handled their way around that. Remains a solid long-term hold. Ortex gives analysts ratings of hold and buy with price target at $6. That's about 100% up. So this isn't financial advice. And then we're going to take a look at the press release from Prog. 180 patents, another 220 patents pending, actively looking for partnerships. Now, before we do start into the video, I do want to just put out a disclaimer. I did decrease my position somewhat. I still have a position in Prog, but I did decrease it because we actually just put out another video on CRTX that you can check out right here. And I honestly think that that's going to go before Prog, and then I'll put my profits from that back into Prog. We'll see. Not financial advice. I don't know if I'm going to be right or not, but that's just my gut feeling right now.
Yeah. And I retain shares in Prog as well as some long leap options.
Yeah, I got a lot of leaps.
We're hoping it's going to leap.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, so today's news release from Progeny, they announced new patent for single molecular detection technology. So we went through this before as well, but they have now put out a news release for it. A couple things that caught our eye was right here.
So, Progeny has developed a strong patent portfolio supporting its single molecule detection platform, including 6 distinct patent families that cover different aspects of the company's molecular counting platform, and a separate family dedicated to detecting nucleolismal positioning patterns, which can be useful to determining cell-free DNA tissue of origin. These patents are part of Progeny's corporate portfolio, consisting of 96 patent families, including 180 issued patents and more than 220 pending applications.
So they still have 220 that's already been submitted, I'm thinking, with pending applications.
Yeah.
Wow.
The portfolio includes patents and applications directed to methods and devices for drug delivery, methods and devices for GI sampling and diagnostics, methods and compositions for treating disease, and molecular and protein tools, assays, and diagnostics. I heard protein. I like protein. So
yeah, protein's good. Yeah. And the platform that this particular patent came out with also has the potential applications beyond nucleic acids, such as proteins. As Progeny migrates away from the commercial diagnostic business, we are actively seeking partners to further developing this promising asset. And so they're stating, quite clearly they want to find partners.
Yep.
And in their quarterly report, earnings report, they had it stated there that they're currently working with 2 other projects with 2 big pharmas. So this would be like for 3 big pharmas. So they're out there. What do? They do like Tinder, sweep right, sweep left. What do you got? How do you find a partner out there? How do you find a big, good partner these days in pharma? I don't know. Anyway, but they're certainly out there. But you know what? They must be looking good. You look at that Tinder, it's like, whoa, it's looking good, right? I mean, I bet you they've
Progeny's looking pretty good, yeah.
I think they probably have a lot of partners there that would be saying, you know what, let's...
you got to slide into those DMs, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, active partner, for right now, they still don't have any release of any partner. And in fact, I saw on the Twitter last night, not the Twitter, but the Reddit in Progeny, and there was a couple comments that said, why doesn't Progeny want to promote their company and all their good stuff? And funny enough, here you see I don't know if somebody was reading Reddit last night, but here's this marketing director or media director here, media contact. I think Kate there might have been looking at that and saying, oh yeah, I need to send this out to promote the business. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway, they got to step their game up a little bit with promoting their own company, because this looks pretty awesome.
This does look awesome, but still, you know, like the partnership, I feel like we've been let down so many times. It's like, how many times can you let us down, you know?
Yeah.
It's
It's
tough.
gonna come. It's gonna come.
I think it's definitely going to come. I think it's a great long-term play.
As far as price action today, Thursday, December 2nd, Prog opened at 270, had a high of 298, had a low of 258. 270 seemed to be a level of both support and resistance throughout the day, and by the end of the day, we were able to shoot just back up over this level. Volume of 32 million, which is considerably less than the average 10-day volume of 105 million. To take a look at the morning, we did go straight up from the open and tried to crack $3. That was rejected at that resistance level. Came back to the 200-day moving average with the 50-day. Here we did have a cross, you know, this golden cross that had the 50-day and the 200-day merge. We did see it go up from there, but then it was very quick. And they're shorting this again.
Yeah.
They don't take a break.
No.
I mean, I think as far as shorties go, I think with that filing, then Ethereum is all set with their stake in the company.
Yeah.
But the Citadels and all the rest of them,
Susquehanna friggin'.
they're continuing their crap. And so whereas today we are looking for it to be that T2 settlement day move up, the best we got was a flat even for the day, and it seemed to respect the both the VWAP as well as the 50-day and the 200-day is right around that 270 level currently.
Okay, so the European markets, Germany down 5%, opened at 236 euros, high of 254, low of 226, and closed at 236, which is 265 USD. But before we move on, I just want to say this. I wouldn't be surprised. Remember how AMC went up in January? It went up to friggin'
$25.
$25.
Yep.
Then they shorted it back down, took away the friggin' buy button, friggin' did all this illegal shit,
Yeah.
and got away with it.
Yeah.
It seems like what happened on that November 23rd with how illegal, and they put all those companies down, Aurora, Bed Bath Beyond, AMC, GME, Prog. Well, AMC then from January to June pretty much just stayed at the $12 level. So this could kind of be like the 235, the 250s, 270s from Progendi for that time. And then after whatever 6 months or 7 or 8, then it'll go even higher than we thought it would go. Like, who knows, right?
And AMC had those catalysts of more people coming into the theaters. And if we get that catalyst of a partnership, then absolutely. And if we all remember, AMC had that very low flat $5 going for like 2 months. I don't know how it seemed like it was about $2 months where it was at a very low level. And you're right. I could see this being this very low level, but we're going to get used to it, I think, unfortunately, at this low level. But they have, each one of those patents is like 1,000 pages. Like, for a company to only be worth, like, now the market value is $510 million. This company has, what, potential of 400 patents?
And Humira, which is 20 billion a year industry, and the preeclampsia that we looked at, that was 6 billion a year. So,
huge. Huge markets that these could be in, but these pharma companies don't blow up in the long term until those partnerships are reached. And they're still in this development phase.
For sure.
The options are brutal. They're just brutal. If anybody has options coming up, myself included, my heart goes out to you because the hedgies are just making a crap load of money still. Here we saw the, yesterday I was saying we broke through this channel, unfortunately, on the downside. And although it usually goes up T2, it went up 3 of the last 4 settlement periods. Whatever they did with the shorts to be able to hide them under the rug, put them on wherever the heck they were able to recapture all these shorts, and to, in essence, eliminate the failure to delivers, or at least to a point where it's not a concern anymore.
Yeah.
They were unfortunately able to do it. Here, for the very first day in many, since mid-October, we go down and we don't see Prog on that board anymore.
No.
Prog not on the threshold list anymore. First time since October 20th.
Yeah.
Now, Prog was number one on the short squeeze list for what, 2 weeks? And then it was, top three for another week.
Yeah.
Veggie stick handled their way out of things. Now, there was that run up on November 16th and 17th. Must have been whatever short squeeze was going to come from here. And it was actually 6 times, from September 1st, where we had prices of $1 in around November 16th, 17th. It went up $5 and had that max of around $6.20. Mm-hmm. Now, during this time, the free float increased from 64 million, doubled to 112. So if that didn't happen, then, and Progendi, unfortunately, was loading their boat when, they didn't need to really load their boat in that moment, and took away that momentum.
Yeah.
And now, when you take a look at the data, you're down to 90 million for a free float. It's interesting. The Ortex data, take a look at that. We have a return potential of 120%.
Boom, baby.
Couple holds, couple buys. Here we go. So I'm still holding, but I'm not holding as much as I did before. Short interest change for the day went up by 2%. Borrowed shares 3.26 million. Return shares 2.77 million. We have a cost of borrow average of 53%. Utilization is now up at 99.84. It's almost like hold the phone, right? But that's why I stay in here. That's why I have thousands.
Yeah, me too.
I still have thousands of shares. And I think they're just playing a damn cat and mouse game or whatever. It's like they are up to so much crap. But this company is a solid company. And all of a sudden, we're up to 98.9% utilization again. Cost to cover on the loan is 0.3 days. Shares on loan is up to 24.9 million, which means it's only a 3% change from last week. It was down by as much as 20%, these numbers. 20% free float on loan. Short interest of free float is 9.10, but I believe that would need to be updated as well. So analysts are giving this a price target still of $6.
Yep.
That's 120% return of investment. That'd be sweet. Short interest seems to be on the rise.
Yep.
All of a sudden, there's more short interest going on. And I think it's from the Susquehannas and the Citadels and that sort of thing, because I think the Ethereum has their deal taken care of right now. We still are rating this as a long-term play, as we've been saying for the last few days here.
The Warren Buffett, Coca-Cola holding it for friggin',
And if we got a whipped cream and cherry on top with a little bit of something along the way, that's great.
Coke float. Root beer float. What about a Coca-Cola float? There we go.
That's it. Okay. So short interest is at 16.8 million with about half a day to cover. 18.78% short interest. Dark pool short volume was 12 million shares today, and the dark pool short volume ratio of 53%. So they're still putting twice as much through here. Now, the score for short squeeze score, we're not out of the leaderboard.
No.
And at an 84.1, it rose from mid 60s to 51 out of 5,500 companies. So there's still something going on here, but of course, not like it's top 5 anymore.
Yeah.
The short share availability is at 700,000. The interest rate is down to 42%. And what was interesting down here was the short interest float, the amount of shares in the float. When we started these on Prog, it was only 64 million.
Yep.
It then went to 84, then it went up to 112, and now it's back down to 90. So we'll have to see what is up with the mechanics of the numbers being reported.
That's just weird, really.
But it's making the short interest float in around that magic number of 20% again.
Yeah,
They're still hiding something somewhere,
for sure.
but they hide it really
It's gonna
well.
catch up to them eventually. I mean, this company is undervalued, right?
Yeah.
As soon as it gets to the valuation it should be, they're gonna be super screwed.
Yeah, absolutely. if they want to keep on shorting it, I know why they'd want to short it, but anyway.
I know, friggin' helping millions of people out. Let's short this company into the ground. Let's
babies,
bankrupt
mums,
them.
You know?
Yeah, like, what the hell?
Pregnant mums and babies.
Good on you, Kenny. Fucking, oh my God. Jesus, dude. Dude. Just,
Right? Yeah.
So, highlights for December 2nd, closed even for the day, no longer on threshold list, stick-handled their way around it, unfortunately. Remains solid long-term hold. Ortex gives analysts ratings of hold and buy with price target of $6 plus 120%. And again, not financial advice, and that press release was looking pretty good. I mean, honestly, everything that I'm seeing from this company, I'm still liking. That's why I'm keeping my calls. I'm keeping some shares. And I'm just going to let it ride, you know? Yeah, it's insane what they can do. For sure. Anyways,
We'll keep on fighting.
Fighting the good fight, yeah.
Yep.
And anyways, if you guys like the video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. We'll drop the Reddit server in the description box below, as well as our Twitter. And if you guys want to check out a new stock, check out this video right here that we covered today for the first time. It's really good.
Yep.
Kind of reminds me of Prog was when I first got into Prog, when it was at $3 before I went to $6.
Yeah, well, you got it in the twos.
I did, like, low $3, like literally just at 3, maybe 280.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And within any good stock portfolio, you're going to have 20, 25 different instruments in there. Prog's a good instrument for me to be in my portfolio, not financial advice. And I do believe the CRTX is going to be it's going to be interesting. You're going to see that it was at $100 3 months ago, and then a test didn't go their way, and it dropped down to 14, and now with the float small, and the hedgies have shorted more than half of it, and they have some really neat products in terms of really helping out the elderly.
Yeah,
I know a lot of us is in the sandwich generation and helping out our elders, as well as, well, you're not a kid anymore, but you can help me soon. And when I get Alzheimer's, then this company can help me out. Anyway, thank you so much, guys.
Thanks so much, guys. We are the Great Canadian Apes, not financial advice. See you guys later.
Take care.